Council, members of the Steering Committee for the National Development Plan, senior government officials, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to address you all on this very important occasion of the formal inauguration at the National Steering Committee for the Development of Successor Plans to the Nigerian Vision 2020 and the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan 2017 to 2020. National development planning is a vital task that, if carefully conceived and diligently implemented, can transform the economic fortunes of a nation. The Chinese experience is an example. It has resulted in lifting over 700 million people out of poverty over the last 4 decades. Indeed, China's track record of positive economic growth since 1992 was only halted in the first quarter of 2020 due to onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 presents the world and Nigeria with a crisis as well as an opportunity. The current global health and economic crisis give us an opportunity to think afresh and chart an optimal path forward. When I launched the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan in February 2017, its objectives included A, restructuring and sustaining growth, B, investing in our people, and C, building a globally competitive economy. The Nigerian Vision 2020, on the other hand, was an articulation of the long-term intent to launch Nigeria into a path of sustained social and economic development. The Economic Recovery and Growth Plan shared this vision, which ensured that the country exited recession in 2017 and sustained growth in gross domestic product until the recent global economic challenges occasioned by COVID-19. Over the decades, successive planning and visioning exercises have guided investment in human capital development, the implementation of our infrastructural roadmap, and supported social investment in our people's lives and livelihoods. Your Excellencies, in order to ensure continuity and efficiency in our development planning, it has become necessary to develop successor plans to the Nigerian Vision 2020 and the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, which both lapsed in December this year. The main objectives of these successor plans are to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty within the next 10 years, particularly given the World Bank's projection that Nigeria will become the world's third most populous country by 2050, with over 400 million people. In order to ensure a truly consultative, participatory, and inclusive planning process, the National Steering Committee will comprise representatives of A, one state governor, from each of the 6 geopolitical zones. B, the Senate and House of Representatives. C, honorable ministers and representatives of key agencies. D, major political parties. E, Association of Local Governments of Nigeria. F, captains of industries as well as labor organizations. G, youth organizations and women's societies. H, farmers' associations. I, traditional and religious leaders. J, people with social needs. And K, members of the press. At the heart of the successor plans is a partnership between the public and private sectors, with government as an enabler of private sector investment and industry. To underscore this partnership, the National Steering Committee is to be jointly chaired by Mr. Atedo Peter Said and Dr. Mrs. Zainab S. Ahmed, the Minister of Finance, Budget, and National Planning. The National Steering Committee is to oversee governance structure comprising the Central Working Group and 26 technical working groups for this important national assignment. It is my expectation that the steering committee will oversee the execution of key deliverables, including recommending measures to ensure the continuous implementation of the plans, and even after the expiration of the tenure of successive administrations, including legislation if required. Such legislation may introduce much needed rigor and discipline to the national development planning, as well as institutionalize planned outcomes for the future. I trust that our partners in the National Assembly will support us in exploring these reforms. Furthermore, I enjoin the National Steering Committee not to lose sight of the important role Nigeria plays on our continent as well as in the global community. The successor plans must, therefore, be designed to sustain national development as well as support our regional and global strategic interests as outlined in the African Union Agenda 2063, the ECOWAS Integration Agenda 2050, and the Sustainable Development Goals 2030. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to formally inaugurate the National Steering Committee to oversee the development of the Nigeria Agenda 2050 and medium-term national development plan to succeed the Nigeria Vision 2020 and the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan 2017 to 2020. I wish us all success in this very important national assignment and look forward to receiving regular reports of your deliberations. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.